ABZû was created by Giant Squid Studios and published last year in August. It took 3 years to make with a team of 13 obviously not superstitious people. After Journey released in 2012, Matt Nava, the art director, and Austin Wintory, the composer, left that game company and helped create Giant Squid Studios. While thinking about the biggest change in scenery from Journey, they chose the wettest place they could think of, and after dismissing Star Wars fans' pants after the Force Awakens trailer dropped, they chose the ocean. This is my first time playing this game and it only took around 2.5 hours to beat. I've never played Flower or Journey, so my experience with this might have been better than those who had. The only really similar game I've played is Dear Esther, which I actually quite enjoyed at the time. Getting right into the bad stuff, I found the main problem I had with the game was that a few of the areas lacked substance. Sure, they were nice to look at, but I did feel like once the initial awe wore off, there was a lot of swimming in one direction at a pretty slow speed. Imagine you were a snail but underwater and you could swim but you were pretty slow at it and you looked like a seahorse but you were actually slightly faster than a seahorse, maybe a bit faster actually, like a human swimming in an ocean. Does that help? The meditation sections were surprisingly kind of clunky and I couldn't really control them that well, just really awkward overall, especially if you used the controller with your feet rather than your face. The one main thing I can praise this game for is how seamless it is. The swimming controls started off feeling really odd, but as I got used to them I grew to appreciate how simplistic they were. This, accompanied with the smooth animations, helped make the game a joy to play after the first 10 minutes of swimming around like a blob of seizure-prone silly putty. Another thing that helps immerse you in the world is the soundtrack. The musical cues are spot on. It sounds awesome as well, calm and relaxing in the slower sections while awe-inspiring and exhilarating in the faster segments. The only thing that didn't feel seamless for me was the small loading screens in between levels. The narrative here is really well done, where you slowly learn what went down before you plopped into the ocean. Art on the wall, the mysterious shark, and the connections between the hub world, essentially, and the different levels help showcase what happened. It's a good analogy for what's taking place in our own world, overusing resources and basically screwing everything up, although we might not have a little man and a mystical shark to come clean up the place if everything decides to die. While I do appreciate the ending, I have to say my favourite moment was when you're swimming with the whales. Suddenly a huge mouth comes from the left of the screen opening wide, then the whale decides that you're unfit for the dungeon inside him, so he eats some fish instead. It was so cool because the whales beforehand looked pretty big, but not gigantic, and it isn't until the one closest comes in when you realise that the other whales were just in the background. It's a very cool segment and just a little bit better than the ending level in my opinion. First came down and I really enjoyed it. True, it was only 2.5 hours long, but I thought it was well worth the money I spent on it at the time, when it was half price. If you like the ocean, if you like stories told without dialogue, if you like adventure games, if you like riding whales, this is really worth the playthrough. Just remember that not all great white sharks are as friendly as this one. So that's 1 out of 309. Well, actually it's 310 now, because I may have bought Dark Souls 3. So yeah, I really didn't have too much to talk about because it is a short and relatively simple game. If you have any honest criticism about stuff you didn't like, chuck it in the comments below. I appreciate any feedback at all really. Remember to leave a rating and share if you want. The series is hopefully going to go on for a long time, so strap yourselves in. I'm going to be playing the next game over this week, which is Ace Combat Assault Horizon Enhanced Edition. I have no idea how that got into my Steam library, but it's there, so I might as well give it a go. Thanks for watching and see you guys in the next video.